How many of you have actually been to a real jungle? Can you even imagine all of the mysteries and secrets a real jungle might offer? Roaming through a treacherous, raw, but also breathtaking, gorgeous wilderness surely feels like something truly special. Jungles are all about nature, animals and survival, but what happens when we notice that there is a lot deeper story of the jungle than we have previously known? Various tribes, structures, buildings and even parasites we have never even seen before. The jungles themselves hide the deepest secrets of our planet. They hide all of the evidence behind and under various leaves, branches and stones. Jungles are not very well explored, they are dangerous, and many who try to explore throughout the jungles end up lost and never found. Knowing all this makes us even more curious about the story that might be hiding behind untamable jungle trees. The ancient city of the monkey god and the flesh-eating parasite. Many researchers and adventure seekers were trying to explore and find the city of the monkey god for a long time. Many have been even obsessed with it. Douglas Preston, a group of archaeologists and explorers, battled crazy rains, insects, jaguars, quick mud and even deadly snakes before they have discovered something truly strange. Something that left them completely stunned. In the deep wilderness of the Mesquite rainforest, they have discovered untouched ruins, probably better known as the city of the monkey god. Douglas and his team claim that the ruins date between 1000 and 1500 AD and are filled with various artifacts right beneath the thick foliage. Within the ruins, Douglas and his team found many artifacts carved from clay and stone. They found trays and even a throne. One thing that caught their eye were the jaguar heads sticking out of the ground. These looked really scary, according to one of the researchers. Many archaeologists believe that these ruins were deserted by its residents back in the 16th century. They thought the entire place was cursed by an unknown disease. In reality, there was no curse at all. The citizens suffered from an invasion by European people, who also brought them various horrors of diseases and a lot of slavery. All of the team members, including Douglas, were diagnosed with leishmaniasis, a parasitic disease, after this entire research. The disease they had was coming from sandflies. Once you are bitten by a sandfly of this kind, the parasites found on these bugs might enter the human bloodstream and start eating the immune cells. Pretty scary. The legend behind this city says that there is a great city in the mountains that has been struck by a series of crazy catastrophes. The inhabitants believed the gods were mad at them, leaving all of their belongings behind. There is a documentary and a book written by Douglas Preston, both titles The Lost City of the Monkey God. The mysterious disappearance of Michael Rockefeller. One of the events that shocked the entire nation was the disappearance of Michael Rockefeller in the early 1960s. Michael was already known for traveling a lot, living in Venezuela and Japan. This time he wanted to do an anthropological expedition, which led to his sudden disappearance. At the time, Michael has already decided to make a Dutch New Guinea trip to collect the art of people known as Asmat. Back in the days, many Asmat people probably never saw a white man. Michael and a group of documentarians and researchers went on a scouting trip. What they learned have surely made their bones tremble with fear. Asmat people were nowhere like they have seen and met before. Together with many homosexual rituals, bizarre bonding rituals, and drinking of each other's urine, these people sometimes even ate the human flesh. After their scouting successfully finished, Michael wrote out the plans towards very detailed anthropological study. This study was supposed to display a huge collection of their art at the museum of his father. 1961. Michael and a team of Dutch anthropologists went to New Guinea again. Approaching the Ochenep, their boat capsized. Michael told to one of the anthropologists, "I think I can make it." and jumped right into the waters. From that day on, Michael has never been seen again. Knowing Michael was coming from a wealthy and politically known family, everything was done in order to find him. Their search had no results, and then it was all abandoned. 2014. Carl Hoffman, National Geographic reporter, published a book that mentions Michael's disappearance and possible evidence that the Asmat killed Michael. Apparently, 2 Dutch missionaries who lived there for a long time heard that some Asmat people mercilessly killed Michael Rockefeller. Hoffman rapidly investigated these claims and travelled to Otshonep himself. What he learned there shocked everyone. Asmat people killed a white man and had a deal not to ever mention anything about that again. They cut off his head and ate his brain. The story of Michael Rockefeller still feels very scary and mysterious. Why did he go all alone, and why no one stopped him? What is the actual story behind these brutal rituals and acts? Secrets behind the lost city of giants. Very deep into the Ecuadorian jungle, a group of explorers had discovered a lost city. 2012, a group of explorers familiar with the area believed that the city surely existed. They desperately wanted to find it and prove that it is real. Extremely motivated, they went on an exploring mission and found a set of tremendously massive structures. The largest one was 79 meters tall, 79 meters wide. It was a pyramid, but very unusually shaped pyramid. The top of the pyramid features a polished, flat stone which many believe is a sacrificial altar. Many people are skeptical about this being the city of giants, but many archaeologists actually believe that the city was really built and inhabited by giants. The magnitude of these builds makes it pretty obvious too, some say. Not only the buildings make this place so special, there are also many tools and artifacts found in this area. The oversized manufactured tools that have been found left the explorers speechless. These were so massive that a human being would not even be able to use them at all. The team of explorers who found this lost city believe that the tools are a perfect and flawless proof that in the far past, giants were living on our planet. South America's biggest mystery, the Maricoxy. Everyone has heard of Bigfoot. We all probably even saw a documentary about it, and we all wondered whether it was real or not. Some people are 100% sure that it is all just a legend or a story. Some people claim that they had encounters. Whether or not real, we surely love the mystery behind it. Just when we forgot about it a little bit, another Bigfoot-like creature appears and brings up many new questions in our heads. The Maricoxy are like the Bigfoot of South America, or Sasquatches, of course. These massive creatures are very ape-like. They are up to 3.7 meters tall and extremely hairy. They might look very primitive, but they seem to be quite intelligent. They wear arrows and bows. They also live in villages. Not very primitive, is it? It has been reported that Maricoxy is super aggressive towards humans. Apparently, they will attack any human on sight. As all of the creatures with a brain, they are also very afraid and terrified of the gun noises. According to the explorer, Colonel Percival H. Fawcett, he actually encountered these creatures meanwhile he was mapping out the various jungles in South America back in 1914. He described them as very hairy, living in a tribe called Maxubi. Apparently, they could only speak in grunts, and they were extremely hostile to humans. Luckily, Fawcett and his team managed to scare them away by firing their guns to the ground at Maricoxy's feet. Surprisingly, 1925, Fawcett disappeared together with all of his men. They were on an expedition to find a lost city, and they never returned. People claim they had been killed by Maricoxy or died of starvation. Earthen rings of the Amazon rainforest. In case you have not heard, there are a series of square and ring-like ditches all over the Brazilian and Bolivian Amazon. These ring-like, square and straight ditches have been a huge mystery for a long time, but right now we have a new discovery that brings up many new questions. A new study found that these ring-like ditches that we speak of were there before the rainforest even existed. They are human-made structures that might have been used for drainage, defence, or even ceremonial or religious reasons. After many theories and researches, we still wonder the same question. What are all these shapes? What is their actual purpose? The square-like and ring-like ditches were sculpted from the rich soils of the Amazon and clay. The fact that some of these are clustered all over a 200-metre high plateau means that these might have been used in the purposes of defence. At first, it was believed these earthen rings were dating back to 200 AD. Luckily, there was a study that they are a lot older than that. Author John Francis Carson, University of Reading, UK, explained that there are sediment cores that hold ancient grains of pollen and charcoal. These reveal information about the ecosystem and climate dating back to 6,000 years ago. Many of the results revealed that the oldest sediments actually did not even belong to a rainforest ecosystem at all. Instead, the results showed that the landscape looked a lot more like savannas in Africa. The Amazon is surely one of the most mysterious places on our planet, and it will continue to be. It is hard to explore the Amazon. It fights your will to explore by various predators, bad weather, and terrible, sometimes deadly insects. That was 5 mysterious jungle discoveries. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.